What's up, you guys? Rasati out here in Singapore, and it is the Night Owl podcast. It's actually nighttime right now. It's about 10:30 in the evening on the 18th, right? It's the 18th. It's Tuesday out here in February here in Singapore. So I was actually like kind of trying to wind down. It's been a very, very active day for me. Lots and lots of information, lots and lots of conversations. Just a really great day all around. But I really didn't get as much as I would have liked to get done. So I'm kind of cramming it in right now, see if I can get it all done before midnight. But as I was trying to wind down, because sometimes I just like to have a little bit of background noise as I'm putting busy work together. So if I'm like converting a podcast or whatever, all I want to do is have some background noise, either some music or something on Netflix just playing in the background so I can stay awake. And it just so happened that I am watching The Witcher at the moment, and there was a line in one of the episodes where one of the guys said, "You know nothing of my pain," and it kind of just hit me. I know I talk a lot about you can feel or you can think. You can't do both at the same time. It's very, very difficult, right? But I also know that in that immediate moment where you're feeling something, you don't want anyone to understand your pain. You want it to be your own. You want it to be big. You want it to be just intense. You want that. You need that. You need for it to be just major for you for a little while. You don't want anyone to understand you just yet because, in my opinion, if someone understood your pain right off the bat, right as you're feeling it, it's almost like it takes the wind out of your sails. It's almost like it reduces how bad it seems to you, how big it is in your mind. And I understand that. I really do feel that. I feel like that is a major part of experiencing the feeling itself, to just go through the motions, to let that wave carry you for a little bit. I think is really important for all of us, because once we've felt it and then we've come out of that feeling and we're ready to think about it, then it's okay. You're not alone. People have been here before. They've survived it before. It's not exactly the same, but you're not alone. You have support. People are around to help you. But in that first couple minutes when something big happens, you don't want to hear that shit from anybody. You don't want to hear that, "Oh, I've been there, I've done that, I've gotten through it, it'll be all right." No, you don't want to feel that. You want to go through your stages of grief. You want to go through that denial and that anger. You want to go through that sadness, like all of that, the whole roller coaster you need. You need it. Because only after you go through that roller coaster are you able to put everything aside and think. To look at the bare bones of the situation. To understand what exactly it means right now, and then what is the decision you got to make next. Do you roll with the punches? Do you fight back? Do you fight for it? Do you let go? Like, what do you do? But when someone says you don't know what I'm going through, you have no idea what I'm going through, it's because they need it for themselves right then and there. They need it. They need for that to be big. They need for that to be theirs, just theirs, for a while. They'll come out of it. It'll be all right. But for that moment, for that temporary period of time, they need it to be theirs. And the best thing you can do as a spectator, as a support network, as, family members, the best thing you can do, just hold them. If they will allow you to touch them, hold them or sit with them. Don't say nothing about you understand. Just be there. That's the best thing you can do. Because in that place where you're feeling, you can't think, you don't want to understand, you don't want anyone to understand, it's yours. Let me give you an example. I have abandonment issues. I am afraid people are going to leave me. And a lot of times when I feel like they're starting to walk away, I start cutting ties. I do. It's a defense mechanism for me. It's a high-level coping strategy. It's something I do to keep me safe, or so I think. Because the last thing I want is for the next person to prove me right and follow the pattern that I'm so familiar with and show me that, yep, everybody leaves me. It's just what happens. So when my mom leaves to go overseas, I go through this temper tantrum of a moment where I'm like, damn it, I was getting used to her and she was here and she left and now I got to start all over again. And like, how do I put my life back together? I don't listen to reason in those moments. And as much as my brother wants to say, nope, I understand, and she's not leaving you, you're overreacting. I don't want to hear you telling me I'm overreacting. I want to feel what I want to feel right now. I am in no place for you to tell me that, no, this is not a big deal. It's a big fucking deal to me. Let me have this for a moment. Truth is, I can't hold on to it forever. But right now, when I'm feeling it, I need to feel it. I don't need you to tell me, oh yeah, you know what, you're right, girl. They really did leave you. I don't need that either. I don't need the other extreme either. What I need is for you to understand that I'm having a moment. You can sit by me for a little while if you want, but I'm having a moment and I will probably reach out again when I'm done. It's as simple as that. I don't want to hear that anyone understands what I'm going through. When I say I'm by myself, it's because I feel like I'm by myself. I don't want to hear that, no, you're right there with me. No, you're not. You are not inside this mind of mine with me. There is no way. You have no idea the thoughts that are running and falling and kicking each other inside of my head. I don't want to hear that you do because literally there's no way. And I don't want you to reduce this for me. It's big to me right now. I need to feel it. It was odd that this is the way this message came to me, but I felt like I needed to share. If you or a loved one are going through something major, understand, yes, it is major to you. And I'm not saying it's major to you, so don't tell anybody else so, they feel like you're, I don't know, throwing it in their face. Nothing like that at all. I'm saying it's major to you. It is big to you. No one has the right to judge whether it's big or not. It's big to you, that's all that matters. It's big to you. So whether you're in the position or you're witnessing this thing happen to somebody else, understand that when they're feeling, they're not going to want to listen to any kind of reason. They can't. They need to feel. Now you can monitor and you can be around and just make sure that they don't hang on to it for too long, because there is such a thing as it washes over you, but then you reach back for it. There is that moment as well. There are a lot of people out there that are hurt and just stuck in that hurt. And without that hurt, they don't know their place in the world. I know a lot of those people. I have some of those people in my family. They can't say anything without telling you, oh, but this happened first and this is why I am the way that I am. I understand. But in order for people to slowly come out of that hurt, they have to feel it first. Some of us are real good at compartmentalizing. Okay, you know what? I don't have time for the nervous breakdown that I deserve right now. I'm going to put this away right now because I got to go to work. And I got to focus here. And I got to take care of the kids. I got to cook. I got to, whatever it is you got to do. We're good at that. But when we compartmentalize, when we put it away like that, when we don't take the time to feel it, it's going to demand to be felt at the most inopportune moment. So trust me. And I know you know this is true deep down. When you are going through it, the last thing you want to hear is somebody say, oh my God, man, I've been there too. I know what you're going through. It'll be all right though. Sometimes you need for this to be big. You need for them to hold space for you and let you be in that moment. Sure, they need to let you know that they're there to support you in any way they can. But sometimes them telling you that it's going to be all right and they've been through it before too, and oh, this ain't no problem, it'll be all right. Nah, you don't want to hear that either. This is why those words come out of their mouth. You have no idea what I'm going through right now. The only reason I'm doing this podcast right now, the only reason I chose this topic right now is because I realize that there needs to be space for that moment as well. And how long that moment is, only you can say as you're going through it. But you need it. You need to feel it. And once you're done feeling, you'll be ready to, okay, now what do I do? How do I go about this? How do I stop it from popping up in my brain all the time? I'm hoping this makes sense. You got any questions, please let me know. Drop them in the comments below. I want to hear from you. I want to talk to you. Let me know what you're thinking. But in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will catch you again soon. Good night.